Welcome to Watches with Dennis, and continuing the Watches and Wonders 2024 coverage that I'm doing, I'm going to give my first thoughts on the new Ptake Philippe reference 5330G-001. This is the World Time with date. Now, this isn't actually the first time that Patek has released a World Time with date. They actually did one last year. It was a limited edition. They did it as part of the Tokyo Grand Exhibition, and it was limited to 300 units. However, now the concept is part of the mainline Patek collection. This is not a limited release. So let's go ahead and get through some specifications. The watch itself is 40 millimeters in diameter. It comes in at 11.57 millimeters thick, offers 30 meters of water resistance, and is a precious metal watch. The case itself is white gold. The indices are applied white gold markers. The watch does feature lume. The dial is blue with something of a carbon pattern to it. And the watch comes on a denim-patterned calfskin strap with a gold fold-over clasp. As for the movement, this is the same as what was in the limited Tokyo versions. It's the Patek Caliber 240HUC. This is a 3 Hz automatic movement with quite a broad power reserve time range of 38 to 48 hours. And as I understand it, is the first time that a movement had a world time with a date indexed to the local time that you select. So that's its big claim to fame. In terms of functionality, it has that local date. It has a day-night indicator, and that is for all 24 of the time zones. In terms of price, I've seen this listed at $76,594 US. I'm wondering if that was a conversion or something, because it's a very specific number. In terms of my first thoughts, and these are first thoughts, I have not handled the watch. I've only seen images and videos. I am not at Watches and Wonders, so I've not been able to touch one of these yet, but I wanted to go ahead and give some quick reactions. I actually really like a lot about how this looks. When I first saw it and saw the carbon pattern to the blue dial, what it reminded me of is, I believe it was last year when those new Calatravas, the 6007Gs came out. Oh, this was a World Time version of that Calatrava. But in the World Time configuration, I think this look works way better than it does on those Calatravas that came out. Obviously, this is Ptake Philippe. They're very known for World Timers, even though they didn't actually invent the complication. I think a lot of people, when you say luxury World Timer, they think of Patek. I know I do. And I think the balance to this dial is extremely well executed. So that carbon pattern really only exists in the center of the dial where you have the hour markers. And then you transition to all the world time complications. You've got the clear shading for the day and the night indicator for those 24 hours. You've got your cities further out towards the chapter ring from there. And then at that chapter ring edge, you've got the possible day of the month with a hand that points to it for the local time, which is the big change up with this 240 HUC movement. And when I heard the price, I hate to say this shows you've been collecting watches too long, is I actually thought this was fairly low for the complication and given the prestige of the brand. So too rich for my blood. There'd probably be other things I would look at if I had this much money to spend on watches anyway. But in terms of like the font choice, the layout, the overall look and aesthetic of the watch and the functionality of it, I like a lot about it. I don't travel enough to really warrant needing a world timer anyway, but it's a really cool looking watch. At least I think so. Except for the strap. I don't understand the point of doing calfskin and then making it look like denim. I think it looks real cheap. But anyway, those are my first thoughts. What are yours? Please comment them below. What do you think about this new 5331G-001? It's a little bit of a mouthful to say it like that. I guess I should call it the World Time with date. But anyway, whatever you think about it, please comment below. I'd enjoy reading those. If you enjoyed the video, please click like. It helps the channel out. And please click subscribe if you'd like to know when I have new videos coming out. Until the next video, take care, everybody.